Why is showing up like that? Okay. You guys, I do apologize for my tardiness. To be honest, I thought I was gonna have to cancel this live, but I wanted to get this video up because I've been behind on this video for like a week or a few. Has it been a week? A week. And I'm gonna be real with you. I had to come on here with a beat face because that's how shallow people are. If I would have came on here in my natural, because I was going to the gym. I don't play about the gym. If I came on here in my natural, the girls are not gonna listen. So yes, I was putting on my lashes. I was. Yeah. I surely did. Y'all know how the girls are. You gotta look a certain way. So when it comes to this video, listen. Okay, I'm stats. Okay. The fact that I even gotta do this is ridiculous. But just so we can clear that up, because I'm about to ruffle some feathers, and I hope you guys are ready. Also, this lip gloss. Don't sleep on this lip gloss, okay? This is by Ruby Kiss. It's the hydrating lip oil. This stuff is bomb. And then I've been trying to put y'all on to brown lip liner for like 2 years. And now all the girls want to, wear some brown lip liner. So I've been trying to put y'all on that for like 2 years. If you just line your lips with some brown, use the lip oil, girl. So I don't know what lip liner I got on. I think I'm using an eyebrow lip liner because y'all, when I went to Target, tell me why they didn't have no brown lip liners. They were all out of stock. So you know what I did? Because I've been doing this for a while, I went and got the eyebrow Maybelline brown. And I like it. And then this girl that I was following on TikTok, she Mexican or whatever. You know, the Mexican girls, they've been doing that for decades, where they do the dark brown lip liner. And so she told me to get the color of my nipple. Game changer. Okay. It's a great contrast against your skin complexion. Like, girl. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but sis, you got to do that. Okay, let's get into this video though, because this video is going to be informative and educational. So let's get into it. If you did not know, Erica Banks went viral because she doesn't allow skinny or bad dressed women in her section when she's at the club. And then I also want to talk about when you're marked as the fun girl versus the girl next door. I also want to make this very, very clear. I used to be young, naive, and dumb. And so I had this really bad phase where I was so focused on how the world should be when I should have been more focused on how to win in the world that I'm in. A lot of you girls, y'all get caught up on how the world should be. The world don't care about you. The people in it really don't care about you. So once you come to that realization, and it's going to take some maturity, I'm not going to lie, because I was just like you. So I used to think I knew it all. I used to think that I had life all figured out. And you know what? I'm 30 now and I still don't have life figured out for real. But I do know some things. So I'm going to give you some free game, and it's up to you whether or not you want to take it or you can just leave it, whatever the case may be. But I'm here to school you today because a lot of y'all think y'all created something new, and you ain't created nothing new. Because first of all, you don't even, I'm not trying to step on no toes, but I am. Because a lot of y'all are stuck in karmic cycles. Y'all think y'all doing something new. Baby girl, you out here doing what your mama did, your grandmama did, and your auntie did. You ain't did nothing new. But we're going to talk about it. That's why breaking generational cycles within your bloodline is important, because in reality, you're really not doing nothing new. All right. So let me go ahead and play my intro. I got past the 5-minute mark. You are not doing nothing new that your mama and them ain't already did.
Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of. Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this video. Y'all not gonna like me after this. And I'm just letting y'all know now, I'm not reading comments. Oh, that's the wrong one, honey. That's the wrong one. Oh, here we go. All righty. So y'all know I'm on TikTok. You should follow me on TikTok at Real Talk with Yoni. I just started my career on there last week. And I'll probably be on there more than any other social media platform outside of YouTube. So if you want to keep up with me on the daily, I'm on there. But and let me fix my camera a little bit. So I got my notes. You know, I meditated and I'm coming to you today with this video. And I found it interesting on TikTok that the girls were agreeing with Erica Banks. And I understand why they are agreeing, because y'all, this is how I lost my best friend of 10 years to this bullshit. If I'm being completely honest, I lost her to the streets, y'all. I lost her to the facade of feeling like you got to look a certain way to be something. You can't just be your authentic self. So I lost her to the streets. All right. And men be talking about, oh, I lost her to the streets. I lost her to the streets. Well, you know what? I can relate. I lost my best friend to the streets. Okay. It is what it is. Now, let's go ahead and start this. The girls are agreeing, and I'm here to talk about it. Yes, I lost my best friend to the streets all over some sections, bottles, men that are dusties, men that are narcissistic, that will abandon you, pump and dump on you, and leave you for unalived. Yeah, that's who I lost her to, y'all. It is what it is. It is what it is. But she gonna figure it out just like I had to. All right. Let's continue. Let me go ahead and play this video.
Today I got on the Shade Room, and basically everybody in the comments going back and forth about Erica Banks, because she made this video with her close friends saying that if you not looking the part, you can't come to the club with her. Basically, if you're not thick, if you're not bad, if your hair not done right, if you don't got a big booty, like, she don't want you coming to the club with her. And everybody is saying, oh, that's mean of you to say, you're the real friend like that before you got your money in your BBL. But in reality, it's like, she ain't said shit that motherfuckers don't say on a regular basis. I don't know Erica Banks. I don't listen to her music. But one thing that we got in common is I go to the club in Houston, fucking Texas, and I do it a whole lot. And every man that's gonna buy a section in the club and spend $1,000 on bottles, let me tell you what they're gonna let you know before you pull up to the club and come to their section. Don't bring your fat friend. Don't bring your ugly friend. Matter of fact, they'll say, send me a picture of your friend before you even try to bring her to the club. Because if she don't look how she supposed to look, I'm going to tell her and probably you to get out the section. That's how it is. She ain't said nothing wrong. Y'all could still be friends and go to the coffee shop and take little trips and shit together. But when you're going to the club, especially in Houston, fucking Texas, you need to be a bad bitch. And every friend ain't for everything. Every friend ain't for every event.
Now, I've been telling you guys that this is how it is. Okay. She is not lying. She's speaking on what's going on. Okay. She is speaking on when you go out and you go to some of these scenes, and it's only in certain environments, you guys. And that's the key point here. When you put yourself in certain environments, you can expect low vibrational activity and you can expect low vibrational behaviors. This is why you cannot pay me to go to the clubs that she's referring to, because I know well, I know how they can be. Now, listen, I'm the type of girl that could easily fit in. I'll probably get in for free. I'll probably get a section or two. I could probably get whatever I wanted in these sections. But see, I don't like being around people that are shallow like this. I like depth. I like quality. You know, I'm not really big on a bottle in this section. I'm not really impressed by that. And I told you, girls, stop being easily impressed, because when you do that, you limit yourself on what you can receive. Okay. So a bottle in a section, I'm not going to be easily bought off of that. And the reason is because I know I can get way more than that. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that because girls really are doing all of this. You spent all that money on your outfit, your hair, your makeup, all of that to look and to be perceived as this baddie, right? And you are settling for just a section in a bottle. That's tragic to me because I feel like you could get way more. That's just my opinion. Now, if you choose to hang out in these environments, this is what you can expect. You cannot expect for the world to cater to you and your feelings when you're choosing to place yourself in an environment that you honestly could avoid and stay out of. And the reason why I stay out of these environments is because I grew up thick. I don't like the aggressive behavior that's taking place in there. I don't like the treatment of women that's being taken place in there. So I personally choose to stay out of these types of clubs. And I know very well I can pretty much get whatever I want if I was to step foot in one. Okay? Because a bottle in this section, it just don't mean nothing to me. Hanging around a group of men that want to pump and dump me does not impress me. It does not woo me in any type of way. It doesn't get the panties wet at all. So I don't like going into those environments when I know that is what is expected. But listen, what I need you guys to answer for me, and this is something I struggled with when I was younger, because I grew up thick, a lot of people tried to push me into this facade, like being the baddie. And I didn't feel like that was me. So I had to choose between, and I struggled for a very long time. I struggled with this. If you've been following me since I started my weight loss journey, you have seen me change how I dress in my appearance, how I carry myself, et cetera, et cetera. And so a part of me was being pushed to be this quote unquote baddie because people expected that of me because of how I was shaped, how I was built, how I looked, right? But I didn't feel like that fit me at all. Not my mindset, not really what I wanted for myself. And so I struggled with this for a very long time. Plus, it was popular. You know, you were seen as cool. Everybody was doing it. Everyone should partake in it and things like that. So I really struggled on which path I wanted to take. So when it comes down to this video, because a lot of y'all are gonna say, well, I don't like her and I don't like what she's doing. Listen, you got to understand who you are, because once you understand who you are, you're not going to be offended by what she's saying. And I'm going to explain why. Do you want to be the fun girl, or and really it comes down to treatment. Do you want to be treated as the fun girl, or do you want to be treated as the girl next door? Because you cannot be naive and think that how you show up in the world does not impact your experiences and your treatment. Okay? So once you decide what type of woman you want to be, either you want to be the fun girl or you want to be the girl next door. I chose the girl next door, and I'm going to get into that later. Okay? Because I struggled with this for a very long time. Now, let me explain the difference. A fun girl, I'm gonna be real with you. If you want to be the fun girl, there is an age cap to that. Okay. The fun girl is from age 18 to 25. You're really pushing it past 28. Because if you are the fun girl, you understand how this works, right? You have to look a certain way. You have to dress a certain way. You have to fit the baddie persona or facade. You have to fit that. But see, this is the tea, okay? This is the tea that they don't tell you. And this is why girls, they find themselves in situations where men don't want to marry them or settle down with them, is because they stay in this fun girl phase entirely too long. There is definitely a wall. Hear me out. There is definitely a wall when you choose to take on this fun girl persona, okay? There is a wall and you're going to hit it pretty fast. When you take on the girl next door, right, you have more depth. You have more to offer than just your looks and your beauty and your body. There's no wall for you, sis. But when you are the fun girl and you got to be the baddie, you got to be on point. There's a wall for you. And it's because every year there's an 18-year-old girl and she's new on the scene. She has youth, beauty, body. And you got to compete with her. So when it comes to this fun girl phase, I'm going to tell you it's from 18 to 25. And if you go past 25, you like 28, woo, you playing with fire. And the reason why you playing with fire is because at 28, you got to compete with the new 18-year-old. And then at 29, you got to compete with the newer 18-year-old. And it's just going to keep cycling, sis. And your value is going to decrease simply because you put more emphasis on your beauty, your body, and all of that. And so with age, your value decreases. But when you take on the girl next door, you have depth to you. You have depth to you. You have intellect. And that is something that will last a lifetime. So when you choose this path, okay, you can choose the fun girl path. I'm not going to hold you. You can definitely do that. But when you do, please understand that's for a short period of time. It's not a lifetime thing. Okay? So another thing. I explained that the girl next door. Also, this is where a lot of I'm coming for the girls next door too. And I had to learn this too. Okay. When you are the girl next door, please remember to have fun. Remember to have personality. Remember to be playful and spontaneous. Don't forget to tap into your inner child. Because one thing that I have learned with experience is when you find balance, right, between being this fun girl, this ex-fun girl, and then this girl next door, and you have this playfulness about yourself, but you also mean business, you have found this perfect balance between the two. Men will worship the ground that you walk on, and you will be magnetic. You will attract all walks of life. I'm talking men, women, couples, children, animals. You will just be this energy that a lot of people are going to gravitate towards you. They want to be around you. So don't just be the girl next door and it's like you don't know how to have fun. You got to balance it out. You got to balance it out. Okay? And I honestly would say to the girls that take on the fun girl lane, you take on that fun girl lane and you understand 1825. You got to find your balance as well. You got to recenter yourself, because I'm not about to sit up here and tell women that they can't have fun when men are out here having fun. I'm not about to tell them that. Like, that just don't make sense. But understand, men can have fun longer than you. And that's just the reality. That is just the reality. And then in some cases, men can only have fun depending on their wallets. Because once that money train run out, they fun, it can be cut short as well. You get what I'm saying? And see, that's the thing between men and women. We're just different. So if that money train runs out and he just 30, well, the fun's over for him because he ain't got that money and that money ain't long. So it's the same thing, you guys. Also, let's talk about this bad bitch. A lot of y'all are out here referring to yourselves as bad bitches, and honestly, it's cringy. It's cringy to me because a lot of y'all are not, and I'm just being honest. A lot of y'all are delusional. You think that because you put on this aesthetic, it makes you a bad bitch. And I'm going to give you my definition of what a bad bitch is. It's my opinion. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. So in my opinion, this is what makes you a true bad bitch. It actually takes more than your body. It also takes your brain. Yeah, not just beauty, but your brain. Some of y'all just think it's beauty and that's it. No. And that's what men want you to believe. Men want you to take the bait. Like, if I just boost her head up when it comes to her ass being fat and everything like that, she just gonna give me whatever I want. And that's why a lot of bad bitches get played. So I'm about to school you on what it really means to be a bad bitch. And unfortunately, this bad bitch term, it's not giving. Okay, I'm just being honest. So a bad bitch is a woman, a real one. Not the one that fakes it, a real one. A bad bitch is a woman who runs things, but allows men to think he's running things. Because in reality, she knows she's really in control. So when it comes to this conversation about what girl can be in the section and all of that, it tells me you're not a bad bitch because you really don't have pull. You don't. This man is actually running things. You're just there. You know, I don't know what else to say. Back in my day, and I sound old, but back in my day, we used to call these women the ones that had influence, the ones that would allow a man to think he's running things. We would call these women man-eaters. Okay? Now, if you don't know what a man-eater is similar to what men would be when we call them womanizers. Y'all not bad bitches. And I feel like y'all need to understand that, because y'all think that men have fed you this delusion and this illusion that you're a bad bitch simply because you look a certain way. But the reality is you're just in his control, and that does not make you a bad bitch. It just makes you a girl that's being controlled by a man, and you went through all the trouble of getting dressed and looking cute, being fine, going to the gym, whatever the case may be, just to be controlled by a man. And that's the part that, whoo, girl, that's why I'm making this video today. Okay, now you can level up here, sis. You can level up here. Okay, you can actually level up to thinking you're a bad bitch to actually being one. And this is how you do it. So a woman, I would say a man-eater, first of all, it really starts with seduction. A lot of y'all are not seducing men these days. Y'all think that seducing a man is you just wearing a see-through dress. And see, that's the part that you're missing the mark on. When it comes to truly seducing a man, you use psychology. And a lot of y'all not doing that because a lot of y'all don't read. And I'm not being shady, I'm being real. A lot of y'all don't read. So a true man-eater is a woman that seduces a man with psychology and uses her intellect. She has major influence, which is why she has control. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is why it takes more than just the beauty, right? It takes the brains, because when you have the brains and you seduce, you have control. And when you have pull like that, that's actually what a bad bitch is to me. That's my opinion. Okay, so this will take more than looks to pull off. And this is, to me, what actually makes a bad bitch. Also, the term a man-eater, right? A man-eater knows to earn the respect of men because, and how do you earn the respect of men? You're not easy. You're not gullible. You're not naive. You're not just going to go along with just anything just to go along. Have you thought that when it comes to these sections that these men are in and they telling you, oh, send me a picture of your friend. Oh, she can't get in. Have you ever thought to not show up and see how he would react? Don't y'all understand that as a woman, your appearance is It actually makes a man look better and makes him look like he has more than what he has. So a lot of y'all, you could literally say, you know what, I'm not coming tonight. I mean, imagine if women didn't show up to a man's club. Other men wouldn't show up. The club would lose business. Oh my God. Okay, so when y'all be trying to make it seem like certain people like can't be in a section, where's the bad bitch? I don't see it. I don't see it because you don't have the pool that you think you have. You don't. So I like man eater than bad bitch. I'm just being honest. I'm retired though. That's the thing. I'm retired. But a man eater knows to earn the respect of men because she will gain their trust. Okay, which will allow her to influence, and then she will actually get the control. Y'all don't have control out here. Y'all don't. Y'all allowing these men to swing it either which way, and then you calling yourself a bad bitch. I hate to see it, but it is what it is. I do recommend a book. I read this book when I was a sophomore in high school. Yeah, I got started early. And it's called Man Eater by Mary B. Morrison. Has anybody read it? Somebody said retired. Girl, once you get approached by men at a young age and you start to see how they are, and you start to study men and how obsessed they are when it comes to your body and sexual, I went down a dark path. And so, yeah, I would play men. I would play games with men. I would use them and do all type of stuff. I'm not going to lie, because instead of being preyed on, right, I decided to do the hunting. And so, and I'm gonna just be real with you. It took being preyed on enough to start hunting. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it comes from a healthy place. This is very dark. It's very toxic, and it's my shadow side. This is why a lot of people call me the heartbreaker. A lot of people call me, people say I put spells on them and stuff like that. I ain't done nothing to you, but I will mess your head up though. And see, that's what a lot of men can't stand. So if you're not playing games with me, I'm not playing games with you. But back in the day, I used to be on some get back type stuff. I've changed my ways. We're doing therapy. We're getting healthy here. But if you gonna do it, do it. And a lot of y'all not doing it. Y'all think y'all doing it, but you're really not. Yes, I get accused of putting spells on men, and I'm like, I don't even know how to do a spell. I wouldn't want you bind to me anyway, because I like my space. Okay, another book that I recommend is Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I don't remember the author's name. I would have to look that up, but Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I'm recommending these books because these books, when I was in that phase in my life, these were the books that I were reading, and they were very educational. So it's up to you if that's what you want to do. This is definitely going to take you stepping into your dark feminine energy to pull off. Okay. Also, when it comes to beauty and brains, a lot of times the girl next door, you guys lack being street smart. So if you're the type of girl where you in college and that's all you know, you need to read some of these books as well. You do. Because you need to balance out the fact that you're all brains and no seduction. You're all brains and you're not street smart. Balance it out. Because if you're one or the other, you're too much of this and too much of that, you're going to get burned and you're going to get played. So I recommend that you read some of these books and you study some of these books, so you're not out here getting played. And like I said, when I was younger, I was just so focused on how the world should be. And I wish I would have spent more time in my 20s focused on how I could win in the world that don't really give a F about me. And a lot of y'all trying to focus so much on how the world should be, and the world don't care. And the people in it really don't care. That's why they shallow. This is why they are shallow. Now listen, this is the thing when it comes to this world that we live in. I call it the Matrix. You don't have to play. You don't. But I don't know how your life is going to be. So a lot of girls, they don't want to play, and that's cool. You don't have to play. But if you are going to play, this video is to the girls that want to play. And if you want to play, I'm going to teach you how to win. Not get used, not get played, not get taken advantage of, and not have a man have you out here thinking that you're a baddie when in reality he's just using you and he's taking advantage of you, and you're really not getting what you should be getting out of the situation. He's actually getting more, and he's benefiting way more than you are. And listen, when I speak on being the man eater, you don't have to have sex. You don't have to have sex at all. Being a man eater does not always involve sexual acts. That's the best part about being a man eater. This is why being a bad bitch really does not impress me that much. Okay. So now that we cleared all that up, I'm going to continue this. Let me blow it up and we're going to continue on.
If you don't go to the club, don't come comment under this video, because if you know, you motherfucking know. Okay, you talking to somebody that's born and raised in Chicago. Of course, Chicago's not like that, because Chicago is not a club city. It's a handful of clubs that you can go to in Chicago as a Black person. So that's not really the culture out there. But even still, when people get drunk, they don't want to be around no fat, ugly bitches that they're not going to want to talk to or even want to look at. Like, that doesn't make sense. If you like a man, why would you come to the club thinking you finna get drunk for free? You should put on for the bottles like the rest of the dudes in the section. And everybody know you have different friends for different things. I'm not saying only be friends with somebody because of what they look like. You'll be friends with somebody based off the similarities that y'all have together, the concept of their character and things like that. But you know you have different friends for different things. If you got a fat ass friend don't like to go to the gym, you're not going to invite her to the gym. If you have a friend that don't like to listen to rap music, you're not going to take her to a Lil Baby concert. Similar, if you have an ugly ass friend, you're not going to take her out around dudes that you know like to look at bad bitches. Like, it's simple math. If you have a friend that don't know how to read, you're not going to take her to a book club meeting. If you have a friend that don't smoke, you're not going to take her to a smoking session. And if you have fat, ugly friends that want to go to the club and get lit, y'all need to buy y'all own section. I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that, but this is how it is. I'm speaking facts, like it or not. And it's not no shade. It's not no tea. What are we doing for a bottle and temporary fun? Not nothing. You not no less of a real friend just because you don't take all your friends everywhere all the time. Like, if you was going to Cancun and your friend don't have a passport, obviously you can't fucking come. So yes, your friends are categorized whether you like it or not, because different people fit in different places. Like, what really make you a real friend is not bringing your friend in a situation where she's going to be uncomfortable. So if you know you're going somewhere with dudes that like females that look a certain way, and you bring your friend that you know don't fit that mold, she's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be awkward, and people are going to be treating her different. So in reality, it's not you being a bad friend. It's you doing what makes sense. What do you mean? Why would I want to spend time with men that have requirements? Everybody has requirements. If you want to apply for a job, there's requirements. If you want to fill out an application to go to college, there's requirements. If you're going to date a man, I'm sure you have a list of requirements. Similarly, if a man is going to be spending thousands of dollars, he's going to have requirements about who is going to benefit from the money that he's about to spend and the experience that he's about to have. Like, since when did having requirements or standards become a bad thing? Or are y'all mad that y'all don't fit the requirements? Or are y'all mad that y'all friends don't fit the requirements? And if it's not for you, it's not for you. If you don't like it, you don't have to go to the
Y'all, yeah. I told y'all how it was out here. I told y'all, and y'all gaslit me and was saying, "Oh, Yoni, you just being a mean girl." Listen, one thing I don't do is fake interactions. I don't like small talk. I don't like doing surface level conversations. I feel like it's a waste of my time, and I'm bored. So this is how the girls are out here. Like, they are male identified, which makes them dangerous, by the way. And then on top of all of that, everything that she's saying, it instantly puts her at competition with other women. So she automatically feels like she's better because she can get in spaces with low value men that want to trick on her for some type of sex work, okay? And she thinks that is enough for her. She feels like that's enough. And listen, I'm not about to convince her that it's not. If she feels like this is what she's worthy of, that's what she feels like she's worthy of. I personally feel like she's worth more. But she does not see that in herself. I'm not here to play mama. I'm just here to keep it real. If this is what she wants to accept, then she's going to have to always continuously compete. And that's why I'm saying when you take on this fun girl role, it's a phase. It should not last more than 25 because you have to compete. You have to keep up with other women because you are male identified and you actually believe the things that men tell you. Okay. You don't think you have any real pull. You don't have any real control in the situation. And so you're going to compete with other women. And that's what men like. Men love putting women up. They love putting other women against women because who do you think benefits from that? They do. They do. They do. And I just don't know when women are going to wake up and be like, you know what? I can actually change this. Like I can actually, because this is a power struggle. Women can take their power back, but it may mean not showing up to the club. But some of these girls feel like they're going to miss out. So they're going to keep going to the club. They're going to have to keep competing to be in a section. And yeah, when really they can take their power back. If a man talking about, you can't come, okay, then don't show up. Do you not understand that if women are not in the club is not getting paid because men are not showing up? Oh my gosh. But y'all gonna keep doing this power struggle with men, and there's really there shouldn't be no tussle here. It's real simple. But if you don't really see yourself worthy more than that, then of course you're gonna have to be in this tussle with other women to get in a section just to get a bottle and sit on a sticky. Y'all be sitting on sticky couches. And then I'm the motherly type, so I come in the club. I'm like, do we got some antibacterial wipes? Because I'm not about to be sticky all night. Them couches be sticky. And then, y'all, girls is going back and forth over this just to be seen on Instagram in a club. Like, y'all not even having fun. I've been there. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. Okay? Your favorite song come on. You twerk. You put it on Snapchat. You put it on Instagram. And then not even 2 minutes later, you sitting back down on that sticky couch, scrolling on Instagram, trying to see how many people liked it, how many people watched your story, trying to see if that ex dude that don't want you is looking at your story, seeing if you making them jealous. Like, girl, y'all not doing nothing that has not already been done. And I just feel like social media has really, like, it has done a number on y'all's mindsets. So this is why I don't do clubs. I'm like, y'all not even having fun. And then I remember when I thought I was missing out. And so I would go. And then I go and I'm just like, this is what y'all be doing in here? Like, I'm thinking y'all really having fun. Y'all don't be doing it much. So this is what we dealing with. But yeah, she's going to have to compete. Now, listen, when you are the fun girl, you will have to compete. But it's just between the ages of 18 and 25. You cannot be naive and not think that when you are the fun girl and you're trying to get on yachts, you're trying to get in certain clubs, you're trying to get in certain spaces, they are going to make you compete for those spots. And it is what it is. But listen, after 25, I wouldn't gamble with my future like that. I just wouldn't. So if she wants to be the fun girl, let her be the fun girl. It's not a big deal to me at all.
Club, like y'all say in the comments, y'all can buy your own sections. Go ahead, go in $200 a head, spend $1,000 and have a great time. But the bitches that look how men want them to look ain't gonna have to spend nothing, and we're gonna have a great time, and we're gonna get drunk, and we're gonna come outside with nothing but a lip gloss and an ID. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. Ain't nothing. My requirements to be friends with somebody is different than the requirements to go in somebody's section. If you're a good person, we have things in common, we get along, we can be friends, but I'm not gonna take you scuba diving if you can't swim. Like, I don't know how many analogies or metaphors I need to use, but it's clear as day. if I'm not paying for the section, I don't make the rules in terms of who can come in the section. If we want to get our own section, we can be fat and ugly in our own section, but not on somebody else's dime. Like, y'all want to make me sound like a bad friend because I'm not about to force a fat, ugly bitch on somebody that don't like fat, ugly bitches. That's like if one of your homeboys say, oh, put me on with one of your friends, and you know he like thick Coke bottle sack bitches. You're not going to put him on with a bitch that look like Queen Latifah. Like, let's be fucking for real. What the fuck is y'all talking about trading friendships for club invitations? Why do you have to pick one or the other? Going to the club in Houston is some everyday shit. So just because I don't invite you to the club, that means we can't be friends no more? What the fuck? Who said that? Just I went to the club without you, that means I'm not a real friend? Be fucking for real. Like, do you take all your friends everywhere you go? Like, if one of your friends is a downright hoe, is you finna take her to church?
You know, I just want to point this out because the girls begin in my comment section. Anytime I give myself some credit or I come across too confident for you, y'all really think that this is my deep down thought process. It's really not. It's just it's not. I'm sorry. It's just really not. But I get labeled to have this type of mindset. I get labeled and stereotyped to have this type of mindset all because I lost some weight. I hate the fact that y'all think so low of me because I could never be this low vibrational, and that's just my opinion. I just can't. I can't. And then she keep calling plus size women, you know, fat bees, and then she doesn't understand why she keeps getting the backlash. I don't understand that part, but hey. And this is why the intro on this channel is not changing, y'all. It's not changing, okay? I'm not saying slim women ain't going through it. I'm not. I just haven't found the clip that I can insert in there for slim women. But that part in my intro, oh, that's not changing. It's here to stay. It's here to stay. It's not changing. Because this is how these girls act super entitled just because they look a certain way, but don't understand that, it's going to be short-lived. I wouldn't have a baby.
Like, come on, y'all. Let's use our common sense. That don't make you no less friends just because you went somewhere without her. If my friend went to a fucking Taylor Swift concert and she didn't invite me because I don't fucking like Taylor Swift, do you think I'm about to be mad? They know that looks and money matter. Just like they not about to talk to a dude that's fat, ugly, and broke. And that's okay. But when a dude say he don't want no girls in his section that's fat and ugly and broke, then it's a problem. Is it a problem because you or your friends are fat, ugly, and broke, or what? And I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the girls in my comments that's trying to make it seem like you said some shit that's just taboo. Like, they need to be fucking for real. They know that looks and money matter. Just like they not about to talk to a dude that's fat, ugly, and broke. And that's okay. But when a dude say he don't want no girls in his section that's fat and ugly and broke, then it's a problem. Is it a problem because you or your friends are fat, ugly, and broke, or what? And I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the girls in my comments that's trying to make it seem like you said some shit that's just taboo. Like, they need to be fucking for real.
You guys, she's male identified, so like she thinks that switching the roles makes a difference, but it really doesn't, because at the end of the day, men still want sex from fat women. This is my thing. This is my thing. And a lot of you girls that are quote unquote in shape or whatever the case may be, y'all need to come to the realization that these men love fat women. Okay. And I'm gonna give you a clue. It's because their vagina is gushy. Okay. I don't know who need to hear it. And this is why I don't know if I'm gonna keep this video up. You can't compete with that. You just cannot. So yes, there are a lot of men, and they secretly do. They're not gonna ever promote it to you, But that's why a lot of men, they like plus size women. And they have made it known. Plus size women have the reputation for having the wettest. Okay, so that is why y'all like to throw these girls under the bus and everything like that. And it's girl, some of these men, if they was to be real with you and not trying to impress their friends when it comes to social constructs and things like that, is being shallow and stuff like that, they would definitely be with a bigger woman. This is why BBW is the most searched porn site. Okay, porn category. So y'all need to stop playing with the plus size girls. There's a reason why they holding weight, and there's a reason why a lot of y'all get bothered by them, especially when a bigger girl takes your man, sis. So y'all got to stop doing that. That's why I don't feel like why are we doing this? And men, what they like, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. And if men were being honest, this is what they would tell you. Okay? So please stop that. It just don't make no sense.
Y'all be just pulling shit out y'all ass. This is the problem with TikTok. Y'all be grasping and reaching and making something out of nothing. If somebody invite me to the club and I don't invite one of my friends to the club, how do that make me a bad friend? Why would that ruin your self-esteem? Why would that ruin our friendship? This ain't got shit to do with you or us. Like, this is something that I'm doing. What? Why? What the hell? What? Ma'am, what? If a hoe called me on the phone and say, I don't want to be friends with you because you went to the club last night and you didn't invite me, I would look at that hoe upside the side of her head. What? This not like I didn't invite you to my birthday party. This not like I didn't invite you to my graduation. Bitch, somebody invited me to the club and you mad because I didn't bring you as the plus one? What type of friendship do we even got? Well, that should be an issue. Well, let's get a couple things clear. This is not nothing that I deal with. I don't have these problems. I don't got no fat friends, no ugly friends, or nobody that want to come to the club that can't come to the club. I don't have those problems. The reason why I made my video is because I know a lot of people seeing Erica Banks post, but they not familiar with the nightlife. They not familiar with the culture in Houston, Texas when it comes to going to the club. So I was trying to give y'all some perspective on where she might have been coming from. And to be even more insightful, I have seen where a man has invited a woman to his section in the club because she's pretty, because she's thick, because she have a nice shape, and he's expecting her, if she brings her friends, for them to look like her. And she'll show up to the club with some not so attractive women, and he'll turn them around. Flat out, turn them around. I don't want them in my section. We're not doing that. Y'all want to shoot the messages so bad, but baby, I'm just telling you how they is. Men is assholes. They don't give a fuck about your feelings. That's your friend, not mine.
You guys, this is how men really are. She not lying. She not lying, but she thinks she's special because she gets the ticket in. She gets the gold ticket in. To the girls that want to listen, okay, them clubs that y'all be going to, that's not where the money is at. It's not. It's not. I'm going to tell you where the money is at. Okay, and when you go to these places, you're not going to see too many loud chains. And you're not going to see too many men dripped in designer from head to toe. If you start going to upscale bars and lounges, there are going to be men in there with wallets. And the only way you're going to know that he has money like that and he's well off is because of a watch that he has on. Maybe his shoes. Or the fact that he grooms himself differently. He probably smokes cigars and he likes to get certain drinks that are more, he's really into the finer type of alcohols or beverages that's more aged. Like, you girls are not doing anything in these clubs. A lot of y'all are just swindling men out of money that are really broke. Okay. And that is, can we really talk about that here in Houston? Like, a lot of these men are putting up this facade that they got it like that and they really don't. That's why I don't like going to the clubs anyway. Because I know that's not where the wealth is. I know that's where the stupidity is. Men that will trick off their money stupidly and be broke by Monday. So I don't like going into those type of establishments. Period. I like to go to the upscale bars and the lounges because that's really where the money is at. It's and this is what's so sad. It's like y'all should know this, but these are the bad bitches, y'all. This is who they are. This is how they think, and it's not giving. It's not giving. It's not giving at all, and it's all for a bottle and a section. And then the man really ain't gonna have no long money like that. He doesn't have long money like that. He doesn't. But when you start going to these upscale places, like the lounges and the bars, and you go during lunch hour or you go during happy hour, oh girl, you go when they're on break from business. Come on. This is that hood rich stuff, and I'm not because hood rich people don't stay rich. They don't. And then hood rich people are not wealthy. There's a difference between rich and wealthy. There's a huge difference. And then rich folks, they have like a poverty mindset where they feel like they got to spend everything that they have. So when it comes to these upscale lounges and bars, you get a different mindset. And that's what you should go for because you're a girl that thinks beyond just the fun girl phase. All right. Hood rich is very temporary, but I get it. If you're between the ages of 18, 25, go in there, get it, girl. Listen, get it. But you better get out of there by the age of 25. And you really pushing it at age 28. Because you need to level up, sis. You have graduated from the club scene. You need to level up. You need to go ahead and graduate and elevate to the lounges, the upscale lounges, and the upscale bars. And you can start with some of these upscale hotels. But that club scene, let them younger girls have that. That's why I don't be tripping. And then when you go to these upscale lounges and bars, there ain't no competition. There's less competition in there because there's not that many women that be in there like that. Not really. Because y'all all at the club. Y'all make it easy. Gosh, this is ridiculous, y'all. This is why I'm making this video today, because there is levels to this. I'm not about to knock this girl for having this mindset. Like she young. She's in her 20s, so I get it. I don't know if she's in her early 20s, mid, or whatever the case may be. But this mindset, I hope she graduates from it, because this mindset is not going to age well. It's just not. We all got to learn in our own time. It is what it is. She going to learn, though, eventually, I hope, before if any of these men make her a baby mama.
So you can leave with her, or she can go by herself, and you can stay, whichever one. Me personally, I'm not putting nobody in that situation. But I'm going outside. We finna get lit. We finna have us a good old time. So since y'all asked me questions, let me ask you a question. Say you in Houston and you bougie bad and thick, like you thick like a brick house, pop, pop, pop. And James Harden DM you like, come to the club, come to my station. I want to see you pop out. You could bring your friends. What you think gonna happen if you bring 3 BBWs to the section with you, or 3 ducks to the section with you? What you think what you think gonna happen from there? Tell me.
First of all, I'm not going. I'm not going. James Harden, really? I'm not impressed by James Harden, so I wouldn't show up. I'm sorry. That's the best she could do. And listen, y'all, these athletes are not where it's at. I'm sorry. And it's no shade to the athletes, because I've dated a few of them. But girl, it's not where it's at. It's not where it's at. So I would decline. Because you're not about to have me waste my time and then have me out all late at night just to make you look good. And the only thing I'm getting is a bottle in the section. No, that ain't enough for me. But if you 18 to 25, it is enough for you. It is. But for me, no.
The end of that story. So it's been a couple of days since I made the original video about the Erica Banks situation. And it's getting a lot of traction, and I can't respond to every comment, nor do I want to. So I feel like I could just go ahead and make a part 2. So if you haven't seen the original video, go on my page and look at it. What they be saying on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. And a few comments that I did browse over, bitches is upset. Y'all want to fight, y'all want to argue, y'all want to tussle. And then when I go to your page and you actually got pictures on there, I see why you're mad. I can see why y'all taking it personal. Either you look like what she was describing, or maybe your mom looked like what she was describing, or maybe your friends look like what she was describing, that she wouldn't invite to the club. Why you give a fuck? I don't know. I understand that TikTok is a safe place for y'all to be offended, but y'all know that reality is a thing, and pretty privilege is a thing. Bad bitch privilege is a thing. Body shaming is a thing. Am I saying this right? Not necessarily, but that's what the fuck is going on. And y'all already know that's the case, because why the fuck would people be flying to different countries and risking their life on a certain table to get a fucking BL? Why would people be flying all over different countries to get porcelain fucking teeth in their mouth? Why would people be going back and forth to the goddamn bitches to get Botox put in their lip and in their forehead? Why would people be getting whole new titties? Because they know that looks matter. They want a certain type of attention. They want to live a certain type of lifestyle. They want certain privileges that they know their appearance can possibly get them. Now, Erica Banks is a public figure, so of course, when she goes out in public, she wants to keep up an image. The only reason why y'all mad about what she said is because she's a woman. But y'all know every man, especially every man in the industry, every man with some money is gonna think like that. Who y'all think in Future sections when he go to the club? Who y'all think in John Morant sections when he go to the club? Who y'all think in Drake sections when he go to the club? The same bitches y'all see in their motherfucking videos. The world, especially.
You guys, I just want to point out, all the men that she listed are rappers or athletes. Okay? So we're going to get into this baddie aesthetic here in a sec. All the men she listed were what? Rappers and athletes with shallow mindsets. Okay? We gonna get it. Hold that thought. Okay, we gotta get through this. I know a lot of y'all getting upset, but listen, she's telling the truth, you guys. It's just her delivery. If she would just change her delivery, we would be able to receive the message better. But her delivery is off, and so that's why a lot of y'all not really wanting to listen to what she's saying. But it is true. But the caliber of man, I don't see that as quality. So this don't really interest me, like I don't care about none of this, to be honest, because it's like the caliber of man is not the caliber of man that I want. So I'm not offended by none of this that she got going on. I'm not offended by nothing that she's saying, because the caliber of man and the environment, I just don't care for either of those things. So for me, I am not offended by this at all.
Especially the Black community in 2022, they promote a certain aesthetic. That's why the same bitches that y'all be drooling over or fanballing on the Shade Room or Instagram look and fit that aesthetic. Jada Waiter, Ari, all they friends, they all look the same way. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. So all that, you're a bad friend. I feel bad for your friends. I hope you don't have daughters. You're superficial. Y'all can miss me with all that. How you hating on me from outside the club? You can't even get in. Like, y'all is too worried about some shit that don't apply to y'all. A life that y'all don't live. Like, why y'all mad? This is where mad bitches come. TikTok. Bad bitches link up. Mad bitches link up. So it's been a couple of days since I look, y'all. So here I was, minding my business, posting my little Erica Banks video or whatever, and everybody and they fat ass mama want to come comment saying why they offended and why they mad that pretty privilege is a thing and why it don't apply to them. Like, everybody was in their feelings. So when I had time to respond individually to these people and address their concerns, and everybody want to start reporting comments. Now I'm the bully. I'm the one that's being mean. I'm the one that's hurting people's feelings. But y'all don't want to take what y'all dish out. Is that what TikTok is? Like, y'all funny because y'all have behind them fake pages. Y'all have behind TikTok with all of these warrior things. But when I come for you, now you want to do all of this. Now you want to do all of this. I'm going to let y'all have it, though, because y'all know y'all got the right one. I was having a good time. I thought we was going back and forth, kiki and reading. Y'all wasn't reading me, but because you can't read me when I look better than you, but I thought we was having fun. Now I can't come into tomorrow night. Y'all don't want to play no more?
And you guys, that's why I was tardy, because I had to put the lashes on, y'all. I I had to come on here to bring you this message because the girls like to discredit the girls that are not up to par, you know. So hopefully I'm up to par, and I don't agree with this at all for so many different reasons. So you can go to my profile, you can look me up, you can look at my body, whatever you need to do, sis. It's still not clicking for me up here. It just don't. I don't know. I don't know. Personally, I think it's because I grew up thick, and I think women, a lot of us, some of us struggle with thinking just because you get a lot of attention, men see you. They don't. They see your body, but they don't see you, which is another reason why I don't care to be in these environments. I don't care to be around these type of men because they just see what I can possibly offer them, but sexually, right? But they don't see me. And my whole life, I felt like I was never seen, whether it was by men, even family, friends. I never felt seen. And it was because either my parents wanted me to be something that I just didn't want to be, I wasn't interested in being, or men only saw me for my body, so they didn't see me for my personality. They didn't get to see my goofiness. You know, I'm a lot. I'm just a ball of fun. I'm bubbly and I'm a good time. They don't see that. They just see what I could possibly offer them sexually. And then when it comes to friends, I'm a giver. So people just want to take, and they only can see me when I do for them, but they don't see me. So when it comes to all of this, don't care, because I know what it's like to not be seen, to be tolerated, or to be taken advantage of. So this type of stuff don't impress me, and I'm not moved by it in any way. I'm just not. And y'all, if I had the mindset that she has, I would be taking trips here, trips there. I would be getting bags here. It wouldn't be hard to do. Because a lot of these men that have this type of shallowness, they're stupid, honestly. And it wouldn't be easy. It would be so easy to finesse them, y'all. It would be so easy to finesse. It would. But I don't like being around people that don't see me. It just doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel whole. I couldn't even imagine giving my body to a man that don't see me. I don't like that, you know? So for me, I'm just not really interested in this. And I'm telling you, I could be out here finessing y'all. I could. And sometimes, you know, I just be like, you know, this girl next door life is hard. It's hard. But the 11-year-old girl, the 10-year-old girl, I'm proud. That girl is proud of this girl, this woman that I am today. She's proud because she never fed into the treatment that she experienced even then. So I want to be seen in whole, like in full. I want people to see the whole masterpiece and not just a piece of it. And that's why I chose the girl next door. And listen, choosing the girl next door is not easy, because the popular thing to do is to be the city girl. It is. It's to be a city girl. You don't have to really work like that. You can be flued out here. You can be here. Like, y'all, right now, I could take a trip right now. I swear to God. I could take a trip right now. I could be somewhere today if I wanted to. But I have to be seen. And that's just what it is for me. That's why one of my favorite movies is Beyond the Lights. And my favorite part in that movie was when she was on that balcony and she thought about jumping off. And he was like, I see you. Oh, it gets me every time. So, like I said, when it comes to this, I'm not impressed. I'm just not impressed. I'm not impressed.
When y'all comment under my video, when y'all come on my page or I'm minding my business, y'all pop y'all little shit, that's fine. But when I comment under y'all comment on my video, Then everybody's mad. They want to say they being bullied. They want to tell somebody. So it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. It's not okay. So maybe I should start reporting y'all comments. I feel bullied. I feel threatened. I feel attacked. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and start reporting y'all. We all gonna be banned. That's how y'all want it. The thick madam that me ruffle they feathers this week, and it's just getting started. We just getting started. And here I was hoping that y'all be having the same little confidence in real life that y'all be having on TikTok. But you know that's a lie. TikTok be giving y'all a false sense of reality. And if you want a false sense of reality, stay up off my page. You in the wrong place. So I'll say all this to say, don't go comment under somebody else's video or make a video.
No, you guys, she grew up thick. She's natural. She has a nice body, beautiful body, gorgeous. So no, she not. She just got around. I think she has allowed men making her feel special. And I told y'all this in my 7 men that you need to avoid in their manipulative tactics. She feels like because men have made her feel special because of her ass and her assets, right? That she gets special treatment. But the reality is men have made her believe that she is special simply because of her body, just so they can get easy access. And they are successful. So that's why I'm telling you, like, men can make you feel special all day, but at the end of the day, they will go sleep with the very thing that they claim they don't like. And see, that's why, like, this whole conversation, it just don't make sense to me, because men can act like that in the club, but still go have sex and be in love with a woman that doesn't even fit that. And that's the thing. That's why the rep, right? A lot of men, they won't tell women this to their face, but behind closed doors, they're never going to wife the girl that's always in the club. That's always got her ass hanging out and stuff like that. They're not. They're going to have fun with her. They're definitely going to sleep with her. They are. But they're not going to take her serious, because they may fear that you may cheat on them. They may fear that if you always in the club, that their position in your life is one that could be easily replaced. So again, I want to be seen, not taken advantage of, and not just tolerated. And a lot of these men, they'll tell you straight up, yeah, I'll pump and dump, but I ain't wife. And y'all, some women be confusing attention for value. Oh my God, we're gonna have to get into that. Some of y'all be confusing attention for value, and it's like, girl, no, that's not value. That's him manipulating you to get taken advantage of so he can get easy access. It's all about easy access. And that's what men have now. They have easy access. They have easy access. And so a lot of these girls don't see it that way. They think they winning. They think they winning. They think they getting this, this, but they don't understand that this is a short period of time. And a lot of these men have came out on these platforms and made that known. That's why men keep saying women hit the wall. He's talking to women like this. He ain't talking to me. You can't hit the wall when you have wisdom. You can't hit the wall when you have intuition. You have foresight. You actually have positive influence. You motivate, and so when you have those qualities, the wall don't exist for you, because you keep elevating, you keep growing. But when it comes to just your appearance, that does have a wall to it. It has an expiration date. It does. And every woman knows that. It's called the biological clock. It's called ageism. So it's gonna happen to you. But when you have more to offer, you have depth. There's no wall for you. You're an asset. You're the queen. The asset, if you are really truly a queen, that means you have foresight, you have vision, you have guidance, You have spiritual protection. You could be a prayer warrior. You have so much that you actually have to offer than just your body. And so there's no wall for you. There's nothing but protection. And that's the difference. And I don't think women understand that. I don't think they understand that. But like I said, it's okay to have this mindset between the ages of 18 and 25, because I just hope my hope for her is that she eventually grows out of this and she starts to mature and she starts to look at life differently. And listen, I won't say I used to think exactly like this, but I used to be at this level of immaturity because I thought I knew it all and I really didn't know much. So I'm not going to hold anything against this girl for real, but at the end of the day, I just don't agree with her opinion, and I'm telling you guys why.
Video responds to somebody else's video or stitch somebody else's video and then get mad when they respond to you, especially if you try to come attack them and then you get mad at them for defending themselves. TikTok is a weird place. Y'all weird, but I guess TikTok y'all life. So look, this is crazy. This man want to fly me to Miami tomorrow. I just started my period yesterday. Now I got to be the whole trip. And I don't even feel like doing all that. My stomach hurt.
And then on top of that, y'all don't even be wanting friends for real. What y'all be wanting is the aesthetic. Y'all want the girls that look a certain way so y'all can...
Wait a minute now. Now, this is my girl right here. Okay, I believe her name is Amani. I love her. She's from Atlanta, you guys. You got to check her out. Okay, so first of all, I just want to make this known, and I have to speak for the girls where we have pretty girl privilege, but not all of us are shallow. And I feel like I have to make that known. Is it Cynthia? If it is, I'm like, thank you. I just want to say thank you. If it is Cynthia, but it says Cynthia Butterfly. Okay, like I was saying, thank you for the super chat. Like I was saying, not all of us are shallow. And I get that stereotype a lot. And I'm like, oh my God, like, do you not understand how much trauma I had to overcome to even get to this point of feeling confident in myself? It took a lot of work. It took years. It takes me going out alone, solo, and being in rooms where I have to socialize by myself. Like, it takes looking at myself in the mirror and accepting the things that I don't like about myself. It took years of seeing my body change and readjusting my mindset to the changes that were being formed before me. And so I don't think people understand that. Like, I've been through a lot. I grew up with a very toxic father. He was verbally abusive. He always made negative comments about my weight. So my first bully was my father. My first bully was a man that was supposed to protect me and love me and build me up. And he didn't do that. At every turn, he would tear me down. So, and I'm young. I'm young. And then to take it even a step further, thank you. To even take it a step further, thank you for the super chat. To even take it a step further, he would say things like, oh, men are only going to want to have sex with you. That's it. And there is some truth to that. But he was basically saying, you have a nice body. Men are going to want to take advantage of you and use you for that. But he didn't say it like that. And so when I say I worked so hard to even have an ounce of confidence, that is what I mean. So just know that not all girls that have pretty girl privilege are shallow. Now, I'm not going to lie. I definitely use it to my advantage. I do, because the treatment is at times. It's not always. And that's the thing. We're going to get into the privilege because certain environments matter where you tend to go and hang out and who you tend to socialize with and network. All of that stuff matters because you're not going to always be treated the same. And I'm going to get into that. So let me switch gears here because I want to explain something. Now, the girls were wanting to tussle in the comment section because I kept it real about, the BBL versus natural. Now, I didn't make that title. The girl that created the TikTok video made the title. And a lot of people thought that I was putting BBLs versus natural. Listen, I wanted to give my opinion on the topic BBL versus natural because I'm natural. And I wanted to give my opinion and my foresight and my experience that I have with being built the way that I have been built. There's a lot of harassment that comes with this body. So I'm going to get into that. And the type of harassment that you attract, it could be homeless men. You could be going to the bank, sis, the grocery store, the beauty supply store. You're always getting harassed. You could go walk in the park. I don't know how many times I've heard somebody say something like, God damn. And I'm just like, I'm so embarrassed because it's like, it's super loud. And then as soon as somebody say, God damn, the first thing they do is look at you. And then you got all these people looking at you. And then they're not even looking at you. They're not even seeing you. They seeing your ass. That gets tiring. So I wanted to give my opinion on my experience being natural. It's not to knock women that have BBLs. It's not to say women who have or who get BBLs, you're not of value, but it's to warn the women that are on the fence about getting a BBL. I'm speaking to those women. If you've already made your decision on getting a BBL, then get it. But I will advise that if you do get it, think twice about the size that you're going for. I advise that you get a skinny BBL because if you do a skinny BBL, you're not going to get the circus treatment, sis. That's what it's about. Or the freak treatment where everybody is looking at your ass and pointing the finger. I've even had little kids, y'all. I'm serious. I'm in Dollar General. Just a little white boy with his white daddy. And I'm at the checkout line and I'm with my younger brother. I had to be like 17. And this little white boy, he said, Dad, real loud in Dollar General talking about, Dad, why is her butt so big? And I'm like, and my brother was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. And then the dad was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know why he would say something like that. Like, why do you want to deal with that? Why do y'all want to sign up for this? I really want somebody to understand it. Like, you're not upgrading your life. You are downgrading it. You are when you go for the circus type of booty. I'm just being honest. Look at the history of how the Black woman's body was seen historically. Why would you want to sign up to be seen as a circus? I just don't understand that. Now, I can't change how I am built naturally. And over the years, I have learned to love and embrace my body for what it is. But the treatment that is associated with it is something that has always been something I have battled to accept because I don't like the treatment. Men don't really respect you. They hypersexualize you. Then even women will come up behind you and slap your ass like that's not your private air. Like, it's similar to women coming up to you, touching your hair. How does that make you feel? So when I say these things, it's coming from a real place, trauma. I have worked so hard to overcome it and embrace my body. As you guys can see, I dress differently. So I'm embracing my body by wearing things that are more fitted, that make me feel more sexy and sensual because I'm embracing it. But I do have to keep it real with you. There is a con to all of this. It is. And I love my body. I wouldn't change it for anything. This is why I take very good care of it. I'm in the gym every week. And that's another thing. If you do get the BBL, you in the gym every week. Period. Ain't no, I can't work out because of my lace front. Girl, once you hit 30 and them hormones start to kick in, sis, if you ain't in that gym every week, you gonna blow up. And it's the truth. So all this baddie this and baddie that, you're going to blow up. And then if you don't have no discipline when it comes to your eating, you think you can just eat fast food and you can eat fried this and fried that, and you can eat all this bread and stuff like that. God, I'm gonna pray for you because it's a lot of work when it comes to keeping this shape. And then that's another thing. when you have this shape, it's so easy to lose it because you got to stay in the middle, sis. You got to stay in the middle. And if you come out a little too much or you come out a little too, you lose it. That's how hard it is. So understand that's what you're signing up for. That is what you're signing up for. And so when it comes to this shallowness stuff, I'm like, girl, I'm just 2 Twinkies away from being a BBW. That's why I'm like, how you gonna throw the bigger girls under the bus and you thick? You just a few Twinkies away. So I don't get that. Girls be, and then you don't work out. You don't eat right. You think drinking alcohol, listen, that alcohol is gonna be the number one thing that put that weight on you. That alcohol, the juice, that the sugar that's in it. Girl, after 30, that waist ain't gonna be snatched. So y'all not ready for this conversation. A lot of y'all are delusional, just delusional. It's delusional. It's not. It's just that. It's just delusional. Y'all want to make fun of people like Natalie Nunn. Well, Natalie, she had a baby. She had gotten a BBL and her body just didn't snap back. So if you know you lazy and you don't work out and you want to go get the BBL, girl, think long and hard about it. Summerella is another one. So if girls are coming out saying, damn, I wish I would have just did this, I wish I would have did that, because they're starting to see over time how hard it is. It's hard. And I wouldn't take birth control. Oh, I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. I wouldn't take birth control. I wouldn't do it. But I'm going to play this video because I want you guys to get a clear understanding. I put this on my story. And there were a few older women that DM me. They're like, Yoni, don't tell them all the game. I'm like, well, girl, I wish somebody would have told me. So I'm going to tell you. Let me play it, though. I don't know if I should address this or not, but it's really bothersome because people made the assumption after I posted my natural versus, which I didn't make this title. The woman that created that TikTok made the title natural versus BBL, right? All I was doing was giving my point of view as a naturally curvy woman. And somehow it turned into this thing where curvier women can only attract dusties. Listen, sis, we gotta start working on ourselves to where when people speak on their experiences and the things that they go through, the first thing isn't to automatically project your insecurities onto them and their opinion or their experience, and then try to invalidate them. If you're a curvier woman, you know that when it comes to your day-to-day routine, you are approached a lot by dusty men. So I have women making the assumption based off of their insecurities that because they're curvier, they can't get them a stable, financially stable man or a rich man. Her words was a rich man. Y'all, it's easy to go get you a dumbass athlete with curves. It's not hard. It's not hard at all for you to get the attention of a dumb athlete with some money when you have curves. But that's not the goal here. The goal is for you to get a stable partner, right? But when you're a curvier woman, your day-to-day routine is going to be interrupted by low poverty men, homeless men. And it's just like whenever you go to do simple things like go to the grocery store, go to the gym, go to the gas station, take a walk in the park, walk down the street, you're going to be harassed. Going to the bank, you're going to be harassed. Walking around in your neighborhood, you're going to be harassed. So I don't get curvier women can't get a man. You maybe, but no, curvier women are out here getting men. We just know stay out of them hood spots. We just know I ain't trying to meet no man in no bodega. That's what we know. But to make the assumption, I don't even know where that came from. I don't, because y'all confusing day-to-day harassments from Dusties with your dating life, with the curvier woman's dating life. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not hard to get the attention of a man when you carry yourself in a certain way and you plant yourself in a certain environment. But when you are a curvier woman, your day-to-day routines are going to be interrupted by dusties and low poverty men. That's just your reality. That's just your truth. I don't get why people have an issue with me spilling real life situations and scenarios. Like, y'all so focused on how the world should be, and I'm focused on how the world is. Because I don't want to be delusional like y'all. I'm sorry. Like, I like to deal with things in the way that they are, not in the way that they should be. And I think that is the disconnect. Some of y'all are very much delusional, and you think the world should be what you want it to be. The world don't give a F about how you feel. It don't care. It don't care about your feelings at all. So I don't even know where y'all like getting that from. Like, the world don't care how you feel. The world don't care about you. It don't. And you got to stop being naive thinking that you can just do whatever you want to do and it doesn't impact you in any type of way. It does. How you carry yourself, how you groom yourself, how you show up in the world, that has a major impact on how you are perceived and how you're treated. And I didn't understand how major this was until I made some changes within my appearance, my wardrobe, how I carry myself. And I started to see how much I was treated so differently. It was insane. Like, I went from being treated like the stepchild to being treated like the queen. And I'm never going back to being treated like the stepchild. So I take a lot of pride in how I present myself and I play the game. Like, you will not see me in a hood spot taking any man serious. Like, when it comes to Houston, you won't catch me at Prospect. You won't catch me in space. And you probably not gonna catch me in address. If at the address, if you catch me at any of these spots, it's probably because somebody is visiting me from out of town and they want to go to these tourist spots. But you won't catch me there just hanging out. Like, you won't. I don't take those environments serious. I don't take them environments serious. I'm just there to have a good time. I'm not gonna be there for a long time, and you probably won't see me back in here for a while. 1501 is another one. I like to go to 1501 because I like the music. It's R&B, you can two-step. But you won't catch me in there regularly, and you won't catch me in there taking anybody in there serious, like, at all. And as a curvier woman, you have to have yourself, and you know why. You know why. But this running with this perception that curvier women can't get a stable partner, like, that's BS. That is BS. But curvier women that are natural, you're going to get a pass for a lot of things because you are natural. But women that go and get this exaggerated BBL, you're not going to get a pass. You're not. And the reason is because you have to understand that you're taking on a stereotype. That is what you're doing when you do that. You are taking on a stereotype, and I'm going to get a pass because I'm natural. And because I'm natural, I don't fit that stereotype of the exaggerated BBL aesthetic. So that's why I get a pass. Like, y'all, I'm literally over here giving you free game. And y'all want to take it like, you're just hating. And listen, then go get it done and then report back to me and tell me what your experience is. Because I'm not going to invalidate your experiences. I'm telling y'all how these men think. They're not going to tell you to your face. You know what they're going to do? They're going to pump and dump and sell you a dream. And then they're going to move on with their lives. That's what they're going to do. But I'm being real with you. And I'm being real with you because I don't like seeing women being taken advantage of and used up. That bothers me. So I'm giving you free game. If you fit that stereotype, you're going to be perceived a certain way. And it's just the truth. And I'm going to talk more about this. Men do this thing where they will label you the fun girl, or they will label you the girl next door, like the girl that they can see themselves with long term. You do not want to be labeled the fun girl. Fun girls get used. They get used for their time, their energy, and their beauty. That don't sound fun to me. That don't sound fun to me at all. So you got to understand that when it comes to how you decide to show up in the world and you date men, because a lot of y'all be like, well, I don't do it for men. You cannot be naive and think that you're out here dating the opposite sex and your image doesn't play a major part in the type of men that you attract. You cannot be that naive. Please, God. You cannot be that naive. Now, it would make sense if you didn't date men at all. You maybe dated women, different conversation. But if you are dating men, if you are into the opposite sex, girl, strippers, sex workers, they know this. They know this because that's how they make their money, right? They're trying to get the attention of the male gaze so they can get paid. Sis, you're no different. You're trying to get the attention of the male gaze so that you can get commitment. Let's not be naive. Like, this is free game, and it's just, this is how the world works. This is how it works. We're not talking about how the world should be. We're talking about how the world actually works. You're not the only one out here using your discernment, because when I see a man out here and he's dressed like a thug, do you really think that I would talk to him? He's sagging his pants. You think I'm going to go and talk to him? No, I'm not. Not wasting my time with that. Just understand that men are doing the same to you. And they're not going to walk up to you and say, oh, I would never take you serious because you got this baddie aesthetic. That baddie aesthetic, you are the fun girl, period. You are seen as the fun girl. And no man is going to walk up to you and tell you that to your face. They're not. And also, I tell you guys this all the time because y'all always like to bring up women that are already married that got a BBL. They were married and got a BBL. That's not the same as you being a single woman out here on this dating scene, because the dating scene changes every 6 months. I tell y'all this all the time. More free game. And the beauty standards influence the dating scene. You should know this. And so now that natural is coming back, what do you think these men are about to start going for? What do you think they about to start? What type of woman you think they about to start taking serious? Just know I don't make up the rules. I'm just here bringing you awareness. So don't be getting mad at me. We're going to speak on how the world is and not what it should be, because we like to deal with the reality of things so we can learn how to win with truth, not delusion and not a fantasy. And that is my goal here. It's not to bring anyone down. It's not to make it seem like, oh, she got a BBL, she lacks value. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. And it sounds like you're insecure with how others view you, and you shouldn't seek validations from other people. But you also got to know that when you show up in the world, people are definitely judging you, period. They're judging the hell out of you, whether you like it or not. And there's nothing you can do about it. But I want you to win. So I'm going to keep it real with you. This is how men are, and this is how they think. And if you're out here dating the opposite sex, these are things that you need to consider when you're out here moving. Now, I know a lot of girls going to be mad. They're going to be, I told y'all this video is to ruffle feathers, honey. But hold on, let me bring up my little slideshow. Because I like to be educational. I know some of y'all, you're visionary people like myself. So let me bring this up because I came prepared, honey. This is why the video was a little delayed. Okay. Now I'm going to break this down as simple as I can. And to the girls that are trying to understand from a place of compassion, because I'm not coming for nobody. Okay. I want you to win. Now, remember earlier in this live when I said, you don't have to play this game. You can opt out of it. Right. But then I see Black women all day on my timeline talking about Black girl luxury, soft life. Well, sis, if that's what you want, then you have to play the game, honey, to get the results. Okay. So you can opt out. But if you're out here talking about Black girl luxury, soft life, let's play the game. And I'm here to teach you how you can play. Okay. And win. Win. So I'm going to blow this up. Now, what women today fail to realize is the thug is also the baddie. And the baddie is also the thug. It's just the thug is the male and the female, or the baddie is the female. Okay? So both of these two people are rappers. I just want to point that out because I feel like that plays a major role. So the thug is seen in the same way that the baddie is seen. So when we as women see a thug, right, we typically see loud chains, saggy pants, stacks of money, rapper aesthetics, hood men, and we label these men fun boys, men to have fun with, men not to be taken serious. Okay? And that's why the girl that was in this live, right? She spoke nothing but facts. She did. She spoke nothing but facts when it comes to the thug. And she's just having fun with the thug. She's getting money out of the thug, right? And that's why I said that time frame is from 18 to 25. Okay. Now, the baddie is also seen a certain way. You are seen to, when you have the BBL fashion, the XL BBL, because I feel like skinny BBL is tasteful and you can still get into certain spaces that you wouldn't be able to get in when it comes to the XL BBL. The XL BBL is now seen as cheap. It's seen as cheap. It's not giving soft girl life. It's not giving black girl luxury. It's giving cheap. And that's why the Kardashians, they removed it. And also some other influencers that I've been noticing as well. So the BBL fashion, the XL BBL, the 30-inch weave, the XL nails, city girl aesthetics, you are seen as the fun girl. And the reason is because when you have the city girl aesthetics, that man is automatically going to assume that you are for city girl behavior, that you believe in the city girl movement. So just like we look at the thug and we're like, oh, I'll have fun with him. Just know that men see the baddie. Oh, I'll have fun with her. And that's it. Don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. So the same way we see the thug is the same way we see the baddie. And the same way men see the baddie is the same way we see the thug. To the men that are out here, if you're watching, yeah. So we like to have fun with them. I'm sorry. It's the truth. We do. The same reason why you want to have fun with the baddie. Men and women are not that different, by the way. So I had to break that down. Oh, I'm not done. 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 Okay. Now listen. We all know, especially in the black community, that the educated lame could very well be the same as the thug. We are aware that, like, they could share the same type of mentality. But I'm just using this to give you an example. So the educated lame is definitely seen the same as the girl next door. Okay, instead of the chains, they typically, when it comes to the educated lame, they typically have like accolades. They have this conservative image because they have to have a conservative image due to their job title, their job position, their status, et cetera, et cetera. And they also have this corporate aesthetic. They tend to have depth because they, they went to, some of them do. It just depends. When it comes to men, it's like rolling the dice, especially when it's a black man. Some of them, they could be educated lames and have no depth at all, just manipulation. So y'all get my drift though. A lot of women see the educated lame as the hubby type, the man that they would actually take serious and settle down with. Now, the girl next door, same thing. She has the accolades. She has this conservative image. She tends to be spiritual, church girl. She has depth. She also has the corporate aesthetic as well, and she's seen as the wifey type. Now, listen, one thing that I want to show you, there's a reason why I chose this girl. Clearly, she's showing a lot of leg, but she's not showing a lot of top. Now, to the girls that have been watching me for a while, when I'm showing a lot of top, I'm not showing a lot of leg. Do you see that she also has balance? So I'm not saying you can't be sexy. No, you can be sexy because them legs, I mean, come on. Do you see the legs? Can we get some claps for the legs? Okay, the legs are looking good. She looks great. But as you can see, she has on a sweater. So she balances it out. It's very tasteful, but it's still very sexy. It's very, very sexy. So I'm not saying that just because you're the girl next door, you can't have sex appeal, sis, because you definitely can. But she balances it out. She gives you just enough to want some more, you know? And that's how you get a man to chase you too. You tease just a little bit, just enough, but not too much, but just enough to leave him wanting more. And this is how you really seduce men with your body. Women today think you got to show it all. No, you actually seduce men when you give them just enough to fantasize you, and then you start to get in their head because now he see you like, dang, like what is? I want to see more, but she is giving tease. That's how you seduce the man. You instantly get in their head when you do that, and you're just using how you're dressing. That's why I'm saying bad bitches are not really bad bitches today. I'm sorry, because y'all not getting into these men's heads. He not really fantasizing about you really afterwards. He's not, because he probably already done got something from you, or he probably know he gonna easily get it, and so he not really fantasizing like that. But when a woman is balanced out like this, he's going to want more. He's going to want to see more. So he's going to chase you. And so he's going to do all of these things to get your attention without having sex with you. And yeah, it's just enough, you guys. I'm telling you, just enough. Now, I want it, of course, whenever it comes, I like to back up what I'm saying with experiences. So I got to rewind. This girl is upset because she is seen as the fun girl. And she's complaining about it. Now, sis is young. I think sis is also in her early 20s. She's still young, you guys. So give her some grace. Give all of these women in this video grace, because I've been like them. So, well, not quite like the first girl, but y'all get what I'm saying. We've been naive. She's still focused on how the world should be, instead of focusing on how she can win in the world that is really not changing, especially when it comes to a society that's so hell-bent on aesthetics, and you think your image doesn't matter. That's crazy to me, y'all. That is crazy to me. Y'all know how serious it is to have a certain aesthetic out here. This entire video has been about aesthetics. So you can't sit up here and be like, oh, but I can still wear the baddie aesthetic and it shouldn't matter. This generation has an obsession with aesthetics. So image plays a major part in your social group. And your social group is also your network, your net worth. So you got to understand that. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video as well, because she's confirming what I'm telling you guys. Let me play it here.
A certain way. It's like these men act like they are just like, it's always this certain look of female that they'll actually date and wife, because I guess they attribute it to like, oh, nice girl next door looking, like she won't possibly do this or that. She looks good on paper. I can bring her around family, this, and a third, and she has the look. She has a very safe look. And myself and my best friend always talk about the fact that we feel as though, because we have tattoos, I'm very tatted, y'all can't see it now, but I have a lot of tattoos, because we are tatted and have more of like I'm not gonna say like, I'm trying to find a right way to say it. I don't know. Anyway, because we don't have that girl next door look, men consistently try to fun girl us. These college educated men, it's all of them. Like when it comes to like they always assume that we only like hood guys, that they assume that they know our type, and they don't even give us a chance. Because me personally, I like college educated. I went to college, and that's just what I like. I like nerds. I like fine nerds. I like squares. But these men always assume that my type is like, oh, I see she's tatted, she like hood niggas. That's like, and I'm just like, why do y'all keep doing that? And then not only keep doing that, but then you keep trying to put us in this fun girl category. And the fun girl is this category where it's like, I enjoy having fun with you, but I would never wife you. You don't have the look of somebody that I would consider a wife. And it's like, what does a wife look like? Because just because somebody looks like your girl next door does not mean she's a good person. It's not mean that she's automatically educated. Me personally, in a nice way, I make a lot more than a lot of the girls that they consider like, oh, like successful and stable and have like this great image. But I don't work a job that is like conventional to where it's like, oh, well, I can brag about what kind of job she has. So they just always want to fun girl me. And I'm tired of people assuming that I like a certain type of guy and wanting to fun girl me, because personally, I want a family and commitment and a relationship and all of those things. I want to get married. And I'm tired of people assuming that because of my look that I'm a fun girl. I know how to have fun, but don't stop fun girling me.
Now listen, she said this is based off of what she wants. And this is why I'm talking about girls are delusional. If you know you are trying to attract the opposite sex or you like the opposite sex, girl, like, you cannot be naive and not think that your image doesn't play a major role in how men see you, how they perceive you, and things like that. So a lot of y'all are looking up to the wrong women today. Y'all looking to these rappers. Y'all look into all these people that are literally leading you nowhere, to a ditch, to a dead end, to a wall, on a wall. I'm trying to lead you somewhere where the walls don't exist for us. You get what I'm saying? So she's experiencing this, but she doesn't think that she should make any changes. If something is not working, fix it. If something is not working, correct it. If you know this is what you want, make the corrections that you need to make to get what you want, and stop just accepting it like, well, there's nothing I can do. No, there is something you can do about it. But are you willing to do what it takes to do something about it to get what you want? That's the question, which goes back to what I was saying. When it comes to the Matrix, you can opt in or you can opt out. But don't be talking about soft life, black girl luxury. Don't be talking about, oh, but I want to get married, I want to have kids. Well, there is a game, there is strategy that is involved with this. You could be hung up on how the world should be, but you're going to waste a lot of years hung up on something that you cannot change. Thank you, Demis, so much. Thank you for the super chat. So it's your choice. We all have choices. I'm going to tell you, I wish I wouldn't have waited so long to make the necessary changes, because I wasted so much time focused on how the world should be, and the world don't care. And the people in it really don't care, because they all for themselves. So you should be all for yourself. So when it comes to the Matrix, you got to play the game, sis. You got to play the game. You got to stop being naive, thinking you're going to get what you want by not compromising some things. It's just the way that the world is. It's just the way that the world works. So let me continue, because I got to bring up my girl Dana up here. Oh, this is another thing. This man chimed in about it. Let me see if I can play it.
Listen, I'm not being disrespectful. That's how I'm going to start this video off. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not attacking you. I am just explaining from a man's standpoint why everything that you're addressing is the way it is. You look like SZA. Very beautiful. Here you look flawless. Madison Square Garden? Oh, okay. First things first, to a lot of men, you'll give off that city girl look. Now, I don't know if y'all ladies realize, but y'all was just not liking college-educated men, which college-educated men is quote unquote the nice guys. Y'all wasn't liking them for a very long time. So when they see a woman that got that city girl look, the most they feel like they can squeeze out of you is that fun girl. Secondly, you do look very high maintenance. To a lot of college educated men, you might be too much to handle, or you might be intimidating to them. They might feel as though they can't handle you, so why would I try to deal with you or give you a chance? I'm gonna wind up emasculating myself. You said innocent. College educated as a man does not mean you are mentally sane. A college educated man could still have a similar mindset to a man who's a hood dude, which means the word innocent, yeah, maybe college educated men don't want you because they don't think you got your V card. You're not malleable. You're not moldable. So they're still men. I also want to add, a man can look at your Instagram and instantly feel like you would cheat on him. Like, I have a bunch of explanations. I don't have enough time, but it's deeper than that.
Now, I will say this, every man is going to be different, but he's telling you what most men will not tell you. He's telling you what a lot of men, how they think, but they not going to tell you to your face. They're not. They're going to definitely have fun with you. Men have made it very clear within the last few months how they can sleep with women and not like them and not want them and not see a future with them. So when it comes to this conversation, again, you do not want to be marked, and it's something you have no control over. It's actually sometimes it's something that men will not just straight out and say, like, yeah, I'm just trying to have fun with you and that's it. So if you are labeled the fun girl, like you're labeled the fun girl and you're just treated as that, and you have no say so over it, you don't. So I'm gonna tell you that I would think long and hard. It goes back to that path that I talked about in the beginning of this video. Are you trying to be the fun girl, or are you trying to be the girl next door? Honestly, I feel like you should come together and meet in the middle and find balance between the fun girl and the girl next door. That's just my opinion. But that's really all I have, y'all. I just wanted to just get this video out, let y'all know, listen, you can keep playing this delusional game with yourself, and you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting nobody else. You're not hurting these men's feelings. These men don't, people in the world don't care. But if you know you are unhappy with your certain lifestyle and situation, change it. I'm out here mentoring. I don't tell y'all who I mentor, but I'm out here mentoring girls that are Instagram models that are trying to rebrand themselves so that they can get the life that they want. And if that's what it takes, then just do what it takes. Just like men have to go out here and they got to get the money to get the girl, you got to get out here and you got to present yourself in a way to get the guy that you want. That's what it is. And so if you out here presenting yourself in a way and you keep having this hard time not getting the guy that you want, make some changes. Like, I literally help girls that have large Instagram accounts rebrand themselves so that they can get the life that they truly desire, the family life, the kids, the white picket fence. You're gonna have to make those changes, because I'm telling you, the number one thing that's holding a lot of women back is if you out here posting certain photos on your Instagram, a lot of men are looking at you like, yeah, she probably cheat on me. This is why I don't post my body to the internet. This is why. Because I don't even have to do much. And men would just, oh my God. Oh my goodness. And you would feel the same way. You would feel the same way if you saw a man out here and he had a bunch of women hanging around all on his Instagrams. You would feel the same way. So like I said, men and women are different. But how we go about it is just, men and women are different. So how we go about it makes us different. But we're really very similar in a lot of ways. So I'm just giving you free game, you guys. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell you the best teacher is to get out here and figure it out. Don't live through me. Don't. But when you come into a situation and you're like, oh, Yoni talked about this. Yoni talked about this. You'll know how to handle it. Because I'm not your mama. I'm not about to sit up here and tell Black women, oh, you need to live your life like this. Listen, you got to learn. You got to figure out life. And sometimes figuring out life means you got to get out here, fall down, bump your head a few times, because that's what I did. I just don't want you to get pregnant, get used up, taken advantage of, or worse, somehow become unalived. That's my take on all of this. But sometimes you do. You have to get out here, bump your head a few times, go back to that sneaky link a few times, because there's some lessons you haven't learned. And once you learn those lessons, you'll pick up and move on. Once you learn the lesson that you have no control over how people judge you and perceive you in the world, how you show up in the world and things like that, you'll start to make some changes. It takes time. I'm rooting for you though. I'm rooting for all the girls out here. That's why I make the content that I make. I'm not coming for nobody, but I was going to ruffle some feathers because I was going to tell you what you don't want to hear today. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I hope you take this information and you out here winning. That's what I want. And not getting played and getting used. And like I said, if you want to be the baddie, you need to learn psychology, sis. You need to have some type of intellect. You need to be more than just beauty. You need to have brains so you can have pull. Okay? Like I saw a girl on Twitter. She made a business out of, it's called it's dominatrix, where she controls men's finances. She created a business basically where a man has to go to her, like she has control over how men spend their money. So she basically will tell them, you need to buy this, you need to buy that, you need to pay my rent. She has a business. So it's very similar. Everyone has their kinks and their fetishes, y'all. It's a real thing. So just like men have fetishes when it comes to, sexual engagement and things like that, they also have fetishes when it comes to money. And so she literally controls men on how to spend their money. It's called Findom. Girl, I did not know that. I'm like, shoot, I may get into that. But I don't want to deal with that obsession energy. I think that's what turns me off from these feet fetishes, any of these fetishes type stuff that be going on. I don't like dealing with obsession. So to the bad bees out here, listen, it's time to upgrade. It's time to level up. Learn psychology, learn some intellect so you can be out here making things happen for yourself. It shouldn't be the other way around where a man is controlling you when you making his section look better in the club, period. So it needs to be the other way around. That's all I got for this video. I know men are going to be like, what? Listen, men, they like what they like. That's why a lot of y'all be jealous of the fact that women, we could be out here making money 1,000 different ways and it don't involve clocking in. Thank you so much, you guys, for the super chats. This is the thing. She was saying that I think we worry way too much about what men want us to look like. Meanwhile, they're walking around looking 6 months pregnant. You should, then why do you give those men the time of day? Because if a man walking around looking 6 months pregnant, I'm not giving them the time of the day if that's not what I'm into. I personally like men thicker. I like them thick built. I like the, I don't care what race. He just need to be thick. I know y'all seen, what's her name? T.R. Monet. T. Her man, fine. That's how I like him thick. Built. He lift weights, but he thick. He got some meat on his bones. I don't need cardboard abs. I don't like that. I like to see some meat over the abs. Like you can tell he work out, but he thick though. I pass out. That's the only preference I really have. I like a stocky man. But if you feel like a lot of women, y'all do this, and it's because your standards are low. Raise your standards. You wouldn't feel no type of way about men expecting so much from women. You don't expect enough from men, and so you feel some type of way that you have to meet all of these standards. But these men should be meeting your high standards as well. It shouldn't just be one way or the other. And that's the thing. The bar is in hell. We have made that known. And so you can raise the bar. You can raise the bar. That's part of the reason why I made this video. You can raise the bar and stop calling yourself a baddie simply because you can get in the section and get a bottle. Learn psychology, learn some intellect, and then you can graduate and be like, okay, I'm a baddie, I'm a man eater. So if you mad about men having all of these requirements for women, it's because women don't really have that many requirements for men. And you could, it's a matter of choice. It may involve you not going to the club because this man talking about, you need to bring all thick girls. Oh, well, then don't show up and see if the business or the club and establishment is still open. But see, too many women out here are competing with other women. And so you don't know your power when you do that. You competing with other women, you don't know your power that you have. You don't know the pool that you have when it comes to when it comes to men. You're focused on competing with other women. That's the problem. So again, if you have an issue with all these requirements that men have for women, it's because you don't have enough requirements for men. Everybody has requirements. I don't care where you go. If you go to an upscale lounge or an upscale bar or whatever the case may be, there's going to be a dress code and you have to meet that dress code. You can't wear a bonnet in there. You can't wear Crocs in there. You can't wear ripped jeans. It's going to be a requirement. Whenever it comes to quality, whenever it comes to having a great experience, there are going to be boundaries. There are going to be requirements. So you need to have them for the men that you also entertain. So if you're feeling some type of way about men, listen, it's because you need to raise your standards. Feeling some type of way about men that have standards for women is because you need to raise your standards as a woman. On that note, you guys, I'm going to log out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. And I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.